Good morning, guys. And please confirm to me, all of you are getting my voice on screen. Good morning, guys. Good morning to all. Please confirm to me, all of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Right. Fine. Right, sir. Now, the second, that means we are discussing about the differences between Java and others. In the differences between Java and others, 9 number of differences are available. Out of this 9 number of differences, just we completed the very first difference, that is C, C++ are static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. The first point we completed. If you observe the first point, if any programming language allows memory allocation for primitive data types at a compilation time, then that programming language is called as static programming language. Examples are C and C++. In Java, in C and C++ applications, memory will be allocated at the time of compilation only. In C and C++ applications, memory will be allocated at the time of compilation only. Please recognize this, what I'm telling you. Right. At the time of compilation only, memory will be allocated. Right, sir. If any programming language allows memory allocation for primitive data types at the runtime, then that programming language is called as dynamic programming language. And if any programming language allows memory allocation for primitive data types at a runtime, then that programming language is called as dynamic programming language. Example is Java and Python. Of course, I'm not going to talk about much about this Python, no. Alright, just I'm going to talk about like which one, Java. In Java applications, memory will be allocated for primitive data types at a runtime only. In C, objects are creating at compilation time, static memory allocation. But in Java, objects are creating at runtime, so dynamic memory allocation. So as for this, we can conclude Java is totally a dynamic programming language when compared with like which one, C and C++. Right, that's a point, guys. What I'm telling to you clearly. Right, and Rashmi Ranjan Barik, are you there? Ranjan, are you there? Ranjan Barik, are you there? No? Okay, fine. Right, sir. That's okay, good. Now, these are the things here what we understood, no? Now, let's come for the second difference. But the second difference is very, very important difference and more internal content I want to write, guys. So, we have to put more concentration. What I'm telling you now. Now, let's observe this clearly. Preprocessor is required in a C and C++. Preprocessor is required in a C and C++, but a preprocessor is not required in Java. Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but a preprocessor is not required in Java. But that's the point, what I'm telling you. So before going to understand whether preprocessor is required or not required in a C, C++, Java, before understanding that, first of all, what is preprocessor? What is the location of the preprocessor? What is preprocessor? What is the location of the preprocessor? And what is the role of the preprocessor in programming languages? These many things here we have to understand. What is preprocessor? What is the location of the preprocessor? And what is the role of the preprocessor? These many points here we have to understand. And after that, we will think preprocessor is required or not required in a C, C++, and Java. That point we will understand after that. But first of all, As per the content, we have to understand what is preprocessor and where that preprocessor is existed. Right, so now I will give a simple diagram. Now try to recognize this diagram, guys, all of you. Try to put concentration on this diagram. I'll give a simple diagram. I'm going to follow a simple, very simple C programming language structure. Try to understand it. For example, I've taken like which one here, .c file. This is like which one here, .c file is like which one, .c. Then when we provide this .c, then we need to compile this program. We have to provide like which one, compilation. Here we have to perform compilation, guys. When we perform this compilation, we are able to get what we are able to get there. Understand, guys, what I'm telling you now. What we are able to get, .exe files here we are able to get. .exe file. Right. .exe file. When we are getting this .exe file, we need to execute this program. So I have to go for execution process. This is like execution process. Execution process. Now, when we execute our program, what we are able to get, output we are able to get. Output here we are able to get. This is the C programming structure, what we are following. That means whenever we have taken C program, the C program must be compiled. When we compile the C program, here we are able to get .exe file. The .exe file here we are executing. When we execute this .exe file, here we are getting like which one, output. This is simply the content here what we are getting. As all of you have to this clearly. But if we up to this compilation, guys, just can you give 1 minute of time? I will explain to you. Just give 1 minute of time, guys. That's it. Now C program, then that we have to compile .exe file we are getting, that we have to execute, then we are able to get output. That's fine. When we perform this compilation, then what we are thinking now, compilation is performed by including 4 missions of work. 4 missions of work. Inside the compilation, 4 missions are running, not even single mission. 4 missions are running inside the compilation. What are these 4 missions are running? First one is preprocessor. Next one is compiler. Next one is assembler. And the next one is loader, and linker. Load link editor. Exactly. Right. So now these are overall 4 missions are running together to perform this compilation. One after another, they are going to be performed. Preprocessor, compiler, assembler, loader, link editor. Loader and link editor. That we can understand, guys. Good. Now here also they are going to be performed one after another. There also we having some interlinking. Preprocessor first, next compiler, next assembler, next loader, link editor. That's fine. Next one is, and after that, after completion of this particular one, I want to elaborate compiler also. In the future, I require this. I want to elaborate compiler also. In the future, I require this. Right, sir. sequentially, one after another, all the things are going on. But first of all, compiler, if you observe this, inside this compiler, what we are able to provide. First one is lexical analysis. Next one is syntax analysis. Next one is semantic analysis. Next one is intermediate code generation, code optimization. Next one is code generation. These are overall steps, overall things are existed inside this compiler. So I want to open compiler and where we want to see all the content. First one is like which one lexical analysis phase. Second one is a syntax analysis. Next one is a semantic analysis. Then after that, intermediate code generation, code optimization, then code generation. These many things here we are able to have inside the compiler. But anyway, at present, I don't require all these internal concepts of this compiler, but in the future I require. In the future, I require all this total as it is, same structure I require in the future. So I want to use that in the future. That's why just I elaborated inside this compiler what we have. The compilation includes 4 missions: preprocessor, compiler, assembler, loader, link editor. Compiler includes nearly 6 phases: lexical analysis, syntax analysis, semantic analysis, intermediate code generation, code optimization, and finally code generation. Good guys. But now my required point is like which one? What is my required thing? What is the location of the preprocessor? That's my requirement. What is the location of the preprocessor? The location of the preprocessor is inside the compilation. Inside the compilation as the first page. Inside the compilation, the first page. That's the point about like which one? No, the preprocessor location. Yes, a minute of time. Right, sir. Right. So the location of the preprocessor here we are getting part of the compilation. That's the point, guys. What I'm telling you, guys. And right. If you are getting my voice and screen clearly, please confirm to me. Jai Surya. Are you getting my voice and screen clearly? Please confirm to me. Right, sir. That's fine, guys. That's fine. Yes, Jai Surya. Are you there? Yes, all members are getting clearly my voice, sir. Please check from your side also, because if it is problem to everybody, then it's okay, fine. But everybody they are getting right. My voice is clearly. Yeah, Jay Surya, please check your side. Everything is fine from my side. Yeah. Remaining members also getting my voice clearly. Yeah, good. Guys, now preprocessor. Here, this is the location of the preprocessor. You can understand it, no? The part of the compilation. Preprocessor is a part of the compilation. Good. We understood the location of the preprocessor. That's fine, guys. We understood the location of the preprocessor. Now we have to understand what exactly the job of the preprocessor. What is the job of the preprocessor? Good. I'll ask few questions to you. Now try to answer for it. I'll ask few questions to you guys. Now try to answer for it. Now tell me, in a C and C++, the complete predefined library was provided. The complete predefined library was provided in the form of header files or not? Oh, yes, I'm asking you now. In C and C++, the complete predefined library was provided in the form of header files or not? Yes, exactly. In the form of header files. Can you tell me what are the various examples for header files now? Tell me some examples of these header files. Can you tell me some examples of these header files? What we know? Number of header files you might be used. Right. One of the thing is like which one? Yesterday about.h, frequently used one. Yesterday about.h. And next one is like which one? Kanyo.h. And after that, math.h. And so on, and so on, and so on. N number of header files are available. Not required too much. Just only some of the header files are required. That's fine. That's fine. All right, sir. So majorly stdio.h, onyo.h, math.h, and limits.h, like n number of header files are existed. Good. These are sufficient. Total predefined library of C and C++ are provided in the form of header files. Then, if you want to use predefined library, if you want to use predefined library, which is provided by header files, in C and C++ applications. If you want to use predefined library which is provided by header files in C and C++ applications, then we must include these header files. We must include these header files in C and C++ applications. Yes, all of you have this clear enough. We must include these header files in C and C++ applications. But how we are going to include these header files, guys? All of you listen carefully. To include header files, we will use hash include statements. To include these header files, we will use hash include statement. That's fine. Perfect. Yes, perfect. All of you are giving right answers. If you want to use predefined library which is provided by header files in C and C++ applications, then we must include these header files in C and C++ applications. To include these header files, first we have to use hash include statements. Examples I'm telling you know how we are going to use hash include statement. Just observe this clearly. Hash include stdio.h. The next one is hash include kanyo.h. Now that hash include math.h. Like this here we provided so many header files. That's okay, good. Good. All of you listen carefully. Now I'm going to start some internal topic. Now please try to recognize it. Listen carefully. I prepared a C program. For example, I prepared a C file, C program I prepared. Inside my C program, I have written all these hash include statements. In my C program, I have written all these hash include statements. Guys, all of you put more concentration. What I'm telling you. I prepared C program. Inside my C program, I provided all these hash include statements. Good. Then I compile my program. I compile my program. Then when I compile my program, then what is the role of the preprocessor? What preprocessor will do? When we compile C and C++ applications, then preprocessor will perform following actions. What is the job of the preprocessor when we compile our program now? Yes, exactly. Aditya, right. Your answer is right. But let me go for some step-by-step process. What preprocessor will do? First, point number one. Preprocessor will recognize all hash include statements. Preprocessor will recognize all hash include statements. Then preprocessor will take all header files names which we provided along with the hash include statements. Yes, all of you have done this clearly. Preprocessor will take all header files names which we provided along with the hash include statements. Then after that, listen carefully. This one is important now. Preprocessor will check whether these header files are existed or not, existed or not in a predefined library. In a predefined library, every programming language has some predefined library. Similarly, C programming language has some predefined library internally inside the C software. So what preprocessor will do? Preprocessor will go to the predefined library. The preprocessor will check whether these header files are existed or not. Good. Point number 4. If the specified header files are existed, if the specified header files are existed, then listen guys, this is important now. Preprocessor will load the specified header files, content to the memory. Preprocessor will load the specified header file content to the memory. Please understand this, what I'm telling to you. If the specified header files are existed, then preprocessor will load the specified header files content to the memory. Right. I'm giving one more conclusion. Loading predefined library, at compilation time only. The preprocessor activities and preprocessor and everything is at compilation time only. Loading predefined library at compilation time is called as, please confirm to me guys, it's called as static loading. Am I right or not? Loading predefined library at compilation time is called as static loading or not? Please confirm to me guys, all of you know. I'm asking to all of you know. Loading predefined library at a compilation time is called as like which one? Static loading. So can I go for the conclusion like preprocessor is performing static loading? Can I say like this? Preprocessor is performing static loading. Can I say like this? Please respond, all of you know. Right? Preprocessor is performing static loading. Can I say this conclusion? Yes, perfect. We can go for this conclusion. That's one point. Second one. Can I say the conclusion? Hash include statement is supporting static loading. Can I say this conclusion? Hash include statement is a supporting static loading. Can I say this conclusion? Yes, please remember these points. Here we can understand it now. Good, sir. Now, if the specified header files are existed, then preprocessor will load the specified header files content to the memory. Loading predefined library at a compilation time is called as like which one? Static loading. Okay, good. For example, if the specified header files, are not existed in a predefined library, then we will get, we will get compilation error. Then we will get some compilation error. That means preprocessor might be generating some error message, or maybe with the help of the compiler, preprocessor may be generating some error. Whatever it may be, finally we are getting some error. Forget about that internal content here. Just only the point here we have to put more concentration. If the specified header files are available in our C library, in our C program, in our C software, then preprocessor will load all these header files content to the memory. Loading header files content to the memory is the is nothing but like which one? Static loading. That's it, guys. Now this is the point here we have to understand. Now let's come for the conclusion. In C and C++. Let's come for the conclusion in C and C++. Preprocessor is required. C and C++ preprocessor is required. Preprocessor is required to recognize hash include statements. In order to load header files content to the memory. That's it, guys. This is the requirement of the preprocessor in a C and C++. Is a conclusion. In a C and C++, preprocessor is required to recognize hash include statements in order to load header files content to the memory. Right. Memory in the sense RAM only, definitely. See, then while executing these applications, no, everything is going to be loaded maximum at runtime. Everything is going to be loaded at like with one RAM memory, not in a hard disk. already in .exe files are stored in a hard disk. That's okay, fine. But when we execute our program, that executable code will be loaded at the RAM memory only. That's not in any other memory. Right? That's fine, guys. So this is like which one, what C and C++, then how libraries are loaded in C and C++. Guys, please confirm to me, all of you are getting clarity on our content up to now, up to this point, right from this point to up to this point. All of you are getting clarity. No need to worry for this. I will share this document, guys. I'll share this document today itself. Right. That's perfect. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you to all of you guys. But put concentration, same tempo is required in the next 10 minutes of time, next 5 to 10 minutes of time. Content will be very, very important. Put more concentration. Don't lose your concentration. Right. Listen carefully. Now, what I'm telling to you, in Java, preprocessor is not required. That's the point. In C and C++, why preprocessor is required, that we understood. Java of the preprocessor, we understood. So we concluded that preprocessor is required because of this particular purpose in C and C++ that we understood. That's fine. But in Java, why it is not required? Why preprocessor is not required in the case of Java, that we have to understand. Come on, yes. Now let's put concentration. In the Java, complete predefined library, the complete predefined library was provided in the form of classes and interfaces. Am I right or not? Guys, if you are having any awareness on Java, just easily we can understand it. A little bit awareness if you have no, easily we can understand it. In Java, the complete predefined library was provided in the form of classes and interfaces in packages. The structure of the predefined library in the Java is like which one? Packages. Inside these packages, classes and interfaces are existed. Of course, API is a collection of packages. Package is a collection of classes and interfaces. Yes, exactly. So that is everything is an object in the sense an object orientation. That's okay. That is different part. Understand, guys? The predefined library structure is varied from language to language. Predefined library structure is varied from language to language. Just I'm able to give some clarity to all of you. Try to recognize this, what I'm telling you. Say, for example, if you take the C programming language, for example, in C and C++, right? Now, inside this, just what we are thinking, directly we are able to think like which one, header files, right? So now, inside these header files, what we are able to have there, just we can understand inside these header files, we can declare like which one, so we can understand it like which one, variables and some functions, predefined functions that we are able to say. Variables are predefined functions. That this is the structure in the case of C. Little bit. I'm not perfect in C programming language, but as per my awareness, I'm telling you. Now this is in C and C++. The structure, library structure. What I'm telling you. Of course, maybe some macros or maybe some other things are also available. Not required. Simple structure here we can understand. Next one is if we come for this Java actually, then what I'm able to specify there in the case of this Java. Try to recognize this. First of all, the Java, the total structure, if you have to this, we can say maybe technology or a programming language. We can say this. Technology or programming language, we are able to see. The technology or programming language is a collection of APIs. Is a collection of APIs. Understand, guys? Collection of APIs. For example, if we take J2EE technologies, JDBC API is available, Servlet API is available, JSPIC API is available, EJPIC API is available. Like this, we are able to categorize APIs, for example. Now, inside these APIs, if you observe this clearly, API is what? What is this API actually? API is the collection of packages. API is a collection of packages. If we take, for example, J2SE API, J2SE technology, inside this Java API is available. Inside this Java API, number of packages are available. Java.io package, Java.util package, or Java. Like what I'm telling, the SQL package, like this number of packages are available. API in the sense application programming interface. API in the sense application programming interface. Right, that is available, sir. Inside this package is what I am telling to you. Then where we are able to have classes and interfaces. Basically, classes and interfaces, maybe enums, something else. Abstract classes, right? Enums, and so on. Some abstract classes and more programming elements are existed. So these are also called as containers in Java. Classes, interfaces, or enums, and so on. All these things are like which one? Containers in Java. Next one, guys. After this, all of you understand this. The next one after this, classes or interfaces are all. Or we are able to get like which one? Just there we are able to get like which one? Variables and methods. Variables and methods. That's it. So this is the total structure in the case of Java. Total library structure in the case of Java. Good. This is going on. Similarly, if you observe this Python, maybe if you observe this Python, so where some other structure is available. What about some other structure, guys? Now try to observe this clearly now. Maybe. See, my overall point, what I'm telling to you, language to language, the predefined library structure is varied. There is no common structure for all the programming languages. If you go for the C, header files, then where variables and functions. If you provide this Java, technologies, APIs, packages, classes, or interfaces, enums, variables, and methods. Nothing else. So Java structure, if you have to this, initially technologies or programming language, we can say it's a collection of APIs. For example, J2EE technology, if you take now, collection of JDBC API, as a might be Servlet API, JSP API, EasyBC API, like all the things are available. If you observe this API, packages are available. So packages in the sense like which one? Collection of classes and interfaces. Now inside this collection of class and interfaces, what we are having, variables and methods are available. Like this here, we are able to have all the content. If you observe this Python here, what we are able to have there, we can observe this clearly. Python, just we are able to say directly a library in the case of this Python. What we are able to have inside this library, for example, inside this library, we are able to have some packages. Inside the library, we are able to have some packages. Good. Now, inside these packages, what we are able to have there, no modules are available. Inside these packages, we are able to have like which one? Modules. As all of you have to this clearly. Inside these modules, what we are able to have there, maybe we are able to have like which one? Variables, functions, apart from these variables, functions, there we are able to get like which one? Classes also. Yes, inside this, along with these variables and functions, we may get like which one? Classes also. But if you have to these classes now, here we are able to have like which one again? Variables and functions here we are able to have. Variables and methods. Inside these classes, we can say variables and methods. That's it, guys. So this is the structure now. See, my intention is not to talk about all the predefined libraries of all the programming languages, but from this, what is the point here we have to get from this particular thing? No, from programming language to programming language, the predefined library, the structure, that orientation will be changed. Don't expect the common structure for all the predefined libraries from all the programming languages. That's the point here. What I'm telling you, in this overall view, in this diagram, what I'm telling you, just a predefined library is changed from programming language to programming language. Understand it clearly, what I'm telling you guys. Guys, all of you are getting what I'm saying to you from this diagram. What I'm saying to you, all of you are getting the point now. Please respond for my question. All of you are getting point from this diagram. What is the intention of preparing this diagram, guys? Now please answer for my question. What is the intention of preparing this diagram, guys? Now please answer for my question. What is the intention of preparing this diagram? Any of you can you please answer for it? No? Can you prepare the statement why I'm preparing this content? Yes. Different libraries from different programming languages. That's it. Right. Good. That's fine, guys. That's the point what I'm telling you. Good. Total structure of the different languages, that is library structure, not complete programming language structure, library structure. Now leave this one. That's okay, fine. Now let's come for our content. Let's move on to our content. In Java, the complete predefined library was provided in the form of classes and interfaces in the packages. Guys, now in the future I will ask you what is a package. In the future I will ask this question, what is package? Now tell me what is your answer now. In the future I may ask you what is package and what is your answer now. Tell me, guys. Definitely, this is my frequent question in my classes now. What is package? If I ask this question, your answer should be collection of classes and interfaces. Collection of classes and interfaces. What is package in the sense? Collection of classes and interfaces. Good. That's fine. That's very clear. That's the right answer. Now come for it. Now come for it, guys. All of you, please. In Java, the complete predefined library was provided in the form of classes and interfaces in packages. That's fine. Good. If you want to use, predefined library, if you want to use predefined library in the Java application, want to use predefined library in Java application previously. If you want to use predefined library, which is provided by header files in C and C++ applications, then we must include these library files in C and C++ applications. To include these header files, in C and C++ applications, we have to use which one? Hash include statement, that we understood clearly. Next one is similarly, if you want to use predefined library in Java applications, first we have to include the respective packages in a present Java file. Respective packages, here the terminology packages, we have to include the respective packages in the present Java file. That's fine. To include as up to this clearly now, to include packages in the present Java file, we have to use which statements? No, import statements. Here we have to use this. So we have to use like which one? Import statement. Right. And before this, what I'm telling you guys, after this clearly, in Java, the complete predefined library was provided in the form of class and interface in packages. What are the various packages now? Java.io package and a Java.sql package. Next one is a Java.util package. Like this, number of examples here are given. Number of packages, number of examples. That's okay, coach. Next one is, if you want to use predefined library in Java applications, first we have to include the respective packages. We have to include the respective packages in the present Java file. To include this respective package in the present Java file, we have to use import statements. And what exactly the syntax of using this import statement? Import java.io.star. Import java.io.star. The next one is import java.util.star. Guys, observe this clearly. What I'm telling you, import and java.sql.star. Like this, I can take some number of examples, import statements. But as I'm asking one question to you, now try to answer for it. What is this star actually? What is the meaning of this star, guys? Now tell me, no. What is this star? Can you tell me? Can any of you aware about it? What is this star? Yes, exactly. What is this star? Star is representing all members of the specified package. All members of the specified package, classes and interfaces or abstract classes or enums, whatever it may be, all members of the specified package. That's the meaning of the star. That's okay, guys. Now this is the point here. We have to understand clearly. Import java.io.star. Import java.util.star. Next one is import java.sql.star. That's okay, guys. Good. Now listen, all of listen carefully. Now I'm talking about more important point. I'm talking, guys. Now please put more concentration. So here my point is like which one? I prepared a Java program. Guys. Then where we provided import java.io.star, import java.util.star, import java.sql.star. Like this, I prepared a Java program. That's fine. Play. With this all these packages, I prepared a Java file, Java program I prepared. Good. That's fine. When we compile Java program, when we compile Java file, compiler will perform the following actions. What are the various actions that compiler is able to perform? First, guys, all of you put more concentration. The very first one is like which one? Compiler will recognize import statements. In the case of C and C++, preprocessor has recognized hash include statement. But in the case of Java, compiler will recognize import statements. Next one, in C and C++, preprocessor will take a header file names. But in the case of Java, compiler will take all the package names which we provided. Compiler will take all the package names which we provided. In the case of C and C++, preprocessor has taken classes and all these things. That's fine, guys. Next one is, then after that, in the case of Java, after taking these package names, compiler will check whether these packages are existed or not. Compiler will check whether these packages are existed or not in a Java library, in Java predefined library. Yes, up to this clearly. Compiler will check whether these packages are existed or not in a Java predefined library. Good. If the specified packages, come on guys, if the specified packages are not existed, then compiler will raise an error. If the specified packages are not existed, compiler will raise an error. I can say that error message also. Say for example, package XXX, package name, some package name does not exist. Message here we are able to get. Does not exist. This is an error message here we are able to get if the specified package is not available in a Java predefined library. Good. For example, if the specified library is existed, if the specified library is existed in Java predefined library, the specified library is existed in Java predefined library, the specified library in the sense specified package. If the specified package is existed, the specified packages are existed in Java predefined library. In the case of C and C++, if the specified header files are existed in the C predefined library, preprocessor has loaded all these header files content to the memory. That is called as like which one, static loading in C and C++. But now, in the case of if the specified packages are existed, for example, if the specified packages are existed in Java predefined library, then compiler will not raise any error. Guys, up to this clearly, compiler will not raise any error. And remember this. This is important point for us. And compiler will not load any class or interface. That means compiler will not load any package content to the memory. In the case of C and C++, when header files are identified in C software, preprocessor will load them. To the memory directly. That's called a static loading. But in the case of Java, what happened? Compiler is checking whether packages are available or not. If the packages are not existed, raise an error. If the packages are not existed, raise an error. If the packages are existed, don't raise an error. That's it. So loading predefined library to the memory is not the responsibility of the compiler. In the case of Java, classes loading, packages loading, library loading is not the responsibility of compiler. Compiler is just simply checking whether these packages are existed or not existed. Not existed, raise an error. If they're existed, don't raise an error. That's it. It's not like C programming language. In C programming language, preprocessor will load them automatically as part of the compilation. But in the case of Java, compiler will not load any library to the memory. Compiler just it will check the possibility. It will check whether predefined library is existed or not. If it is available, no error. If it is not existed, then error will be raised. Okay, good. That's fine. When we compile this program, compiler is checking whether packages are existed or not. Compiler is not loading library to the memory. When compiler is not loading library to the memory, then who will load this Java library to the memory, guys? Who will load this Java library to the memory, guys? Now tell me, no. Who will perform this? Who will load this Java library to the memory? Exactly. When we execute Java application as per the requirement, JVM will load predefined library to the memory. As up to this clearly, as per the Java requirement, while executing our program, JVM will load predefined library to the memory. This type of loading predefined library at runtime, not at compilation time. This type of loading predefined library at runtime is called as dynamic loading. What is like which one? Dynamic loading. So at runtime only, this content will be loaded to the memory. Then it is called as like which one? Dynamic loading. Guys, can you tell me? Can I give the conclusion like Java is following dynamic loading? Please say yes or no. I'm asking to you guys. Java is following dynamic loading. Can I say this point? No. Good. Perfect. Can I say import statements are supporting dynamic loading? Can I say import statements are specifying. That means import statements are supporting dynamic loading. Can I say this? Import statements are supporting dynamic loading. That's perfect. Yes. Right answer is yes. Right. Can I say? Right. In the case of Java, compiler responsibility is only checking the specified packages are exist or not responsible for loading. Right. This point here we understood clearly. Right, guys. Now, here the conclusions here we understood clearly. We understood these conclusions. No. So no. Finally, here what is the conclusion here? Now coming to this point here. Conclusion I'm telling to you. In Java, preprocessor is not required. Tell me, guys, preprocessor is required or not required in the case of Java? In the case of Java, preprocessor is not required or required? Not required. Not required. Why? Why preprocessor is not required? What's the reason for it? Why? Because in Java, hash include statements are not existed. In Java, hash include statements and header files are not existed. Header files are not existed. In Java, hash include statements and header files are not existed. Please all of you recognize this. In Java, preprocessor is not required. Why? Because in Java, hash include statements and header files are not existed. Now tell me, alternatively, which things are available, sir? Now tell me, no. Alternatively, Java has what? Alternatively, Java has what? Java has what? Alternatively, Java has packages, import statements, packages and import statements, and which are recognized by both compiler and JVM. For the sake of checking whether these packages are exist or not, compiler will be used, and for the sake of loading the required content to the memory, JVM will be used. Right, sir. In Java, preprocessor is not required. Why? Because in Java, hash include statements and header files are not existed. Alternatively, Java has packages and import statements. In place of header files, we can use like which one? Packages. And in place of these hash include statements, we can use like which one? Import statement. But which are recognized and evaluated by which one? No? Both the compiler and the JVM. That's it. Now tell me, guys, by seeing this total description, can you tell me any requirement of preprocessor in Java? Is there any need to use preprocessor in Java, guys? Now tell me, no. Is there any requirement to use preprocessor in Java? No, not at all required. Not at all required. That's it, guys. Now this is the total awareness here. What I'm telling to you, right? That's okay. Good. Guys, just wait a minute of time, and I will share this document to you. I'll share this document to you. And whatever the document I prepared, diagram and as well as like this documentation. That means the description here, what I prepared now. 1 minute, guys. Right now we're over classes. I'll show guys then how to get this classroom code and how to use this. I will give that clarity. Now try to recognize it. Mm, 1 minute. Guys, max Sunday onwards, sorry, Monday onwards. Max Monday onwards. Guys, all of you observe this clearly. Monday onwards. I'm going to take your sessions from 7 o'clock. 7 to 8 and a few days of time I will continue this 8 to 9 classes, guys. Monday onwards, 2 classes are going on for you. 7 to 8 and 8 to 9. I will give. After providing this, I will give that schedule to you. Guys, all of you have this now. Now here, docs on like what is the date? 14th. 14th, 8, 20. Guys, I will talk with you regarding the schedule. Just wait a minute of time. Right now, D drive, Java 8, your folder, content, and as well as like which one preprocessor libraries. Okay, what I prepared, these many things I prepared. Yes, we can use this. Let me post it. Yeah, for complete Java package, yes, exactly. Yes, also for complete Java package also. No, guys, that's fine. Right, and some of your new members today, then how to open this Google Classroom and how to get this. First of all, please take those who are new members. Please take this code Classroom coach. All of you guys, please try to take this Classroom coach. Yeah, definitely I will use Eclipse, sir. Then 90% of the applications are running on Eclipse and IntelliJ IDEA and NetBeans. 3 IDEs I am going to use, but initially I will start Eclipse only. But before this Eclipse and a few examples I have to do with Edit Plus or Notepad Plus Plus, definitely. But at the very startup mode and like which one, what I'm telling here, Edit Plus or Notepad Plus Plus at the very startup mode. But once if I complete that basic part, then I will go for Eclipse IDE. Then after that IntelliJ IDEA, then after that NetBeans. 3 IDs we are going to use. Yeah, that's what, guys. And I'll decide that tomorrow class is there or not. First of all, take this one. When we do programming part, I will discuss with you guys. Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. I will discuss all of your doubts. No, have you taken this, guys? Then have you taken this classroom code? Those who are not having this classroom coach, all of you have taken this classroom coach. Just take this classroom code. I will share. I will show that. Take this classroom code, guys. Right, good. Right, and right now, observe this clearly. Those who are completely new members, how to access this? First of all, open your Gmail here. Open your Gmail. Open your Gmail. When we open your Gmail, then here right side, topmost corner, right side, no, Google Apps are available. Right, Google Apps are available. Now inside this Google App, just click on like we can come back to this. Scroll down. There we are able to get Classroom. Classroom application is there. Click on this Classroom application. If you open this Classroom application, then what we are able to get? So we are able to get that empty panel we are able to get, but as I created these many classes, that's why we are getting these many things. No, then this we are able to get like empty panel where click on plus, click on plus, click on plus. You have to select like join class, join class, join class. You have to select this join class. If we select this join class, what we have to do here, we have to enter the classroom code. What is the classroom code here? You have to begin. Just enter this classroom code. Where click on this join button. Click on the join button. Click on classroom code and click on join button. And automatically you will come to our class. You will come to our class. So what is our class now? This is a class. You will come to this class now. When we are coming to this class here, documents are available, guys. But how to download these documents? That's the point I'm telling you. Just one thing I'm telling to you. Just right click on this icon. Right click on this file. Open in new tab. Open in new tab. Right here. When we open new tab, there we are getting like which one there, no download button. Download option is available. Download option is available. Now click on this download. If we click on this download, then automatically the document will be downloaded as it's downloading. If we click on download, then the document will be downloaded, guys. So this is the process of downloading our content. If you understand this, what I'm telling you. Here also, if you want to download this text document, right click on it and open a new tab. When we open a new tab, there we are getting download. Download button is available. Click on this download button. Then automatically we are able to get download of the respective content. Guys, now this is a way to download this total content, guys. Observe this clearly now. And maximum Monday onwards. Yes, let's come for this discussion. No, let's come for this schedule information there. On Monday onwards, we're having 2 slots, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. That is one slot where I will start like which one? Steps to prepare. Steps to prepare. First application, first Java application I will start. The topics are going on continuously like this. Then 8 to a.m. to 9 a.m. This is second slot where just I will take as is continuation of our topic. Continuation of like what I'm telling you, introduction part. So these classes are going on max of 1 week of time. 1 week of time. These classes are going in at the 8 to 9, 1 week of time. And then your complete core Java course is going on at 7 to 8. This is going on. Right, sir. And 7 to 8 o'clock class link will be provided through email for the registered members. 7 to 8 class that link, new link will be provided to the registered members. Then 7 to 8. Yes, observe this clearly now. So this is a schedule. But after 1 week of time, in place of this 8 to 9, and maybe in the future, we will conduct some Oracle classes for package students, Oracle classes, and UI technologies classes and advanced Java classes that we are planning exactly what we are going to be taking now. That's it. Now, this is the schedule for all the students. This is a schedule for all the students. Yeah, 8 to 9 core Java introduction only. This whatever the topics we are discussing, the topics only we are going to continue up to 1 week of time, guys. 8 to 9, but total remaining course is going on at 7 to 8. Right, sir. This course is paid course, sir. It's not a free course. Guys, please recognize this. This course is not a free course. It's a paid course only. Guys, and this is not a free course. This is a paid course only. Right, sir. Okay, guys. Now tomorrow I want to take session, guys. Tomorrow, if all of you wants to come, then I will take session, guys. Right, sir. If it is free, quality will not be available, sir. And we are seeing number of courses free in outside. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it. That we have to decide. And here at Durgasoft, no courses are free. I'm sure every course is paid. Right, yes. And guys, and if you are not downloading that, try to use another browser. Try to check with another browser. Yeah. Try to check with another browser, and still if you are not getting it, then I will show some alternative, or tomorrow or day after tomorrow I will check for some alternative if you are not getting these documents, no. But almost all 99% you are able to download. In the case if you are unable to download, try to check with another browser. Still if you are not getting it, then definitely I will take the responsibility of showing some another. Right, sir. Good. Yes, guys, then I'm trying to answer for every question. I'm trying to answer, guys. Right. Then tomorrow, if all of you wants to come for class tomorrow, then I don't have any problem. I can take the session. I don't have any problem, guys. Yeah, good. Yeah, working, no problem. Yes, Bharat Kumar. And guys, I'm telling to you regarding this registration process and fee related things, no? Then try to talk with Bhavani, is a person, and she will be available with you. Just wait a minute of time, guys, and she will be available with you. Right. 88977711 and 799. So this is the number, and she'll be available with you. Or else we can contact with 888-525-2627. We can use these numbers or mail to and Durgasoft online planning@gmail.com. For the sake of this courses inquiry, for the sake of course content, for the sake of fee details, and for the sake of all, if you require any details about my classes, we can contact with her, and she will take the responsibility of providing all this content. Right, sir. And guys, then what about our right? It's a demo class. It's not like demo class course. I started with yesterday onwards. Our course was started exactly. Right now, just we can understand it is a part of the course only. It's not like demo class now. Yes, we can understand Sriram. We can understand everything, even though you are from non-IT background. No need to worry for that. Right, guys. Finally, anyway, tomorrow I will take the session. That's fine. Okay, good. Tomorrow I will take the session. No, second part of it. Tomorrow definitely I will take the session. Is it clear? Yeah, it's a paid course only. It's not free course. It's a paid course only. Tomorrow we have session. Tomorrow at the same session. Same time I will take session now. Yeah. No, sir. I'm not giving free classes, but who has given that information? I don't know. So all these classes are paid courses only. No free classes at Durgasoft. All right. Why, sir? Why people are asking? Is it a free like this continuously? No. No, guys, and these classes are not free. These classes are like with one paid only. Tomorrow we have session, and Monday onwards 2 sessions I'm going to take. 7 to 8 is completely, and steps to prepare first application I will start, and 8 to 9 and a continuation of introduction part that I'm going to be discussed there. Right, sir. Good. Yeah. Then 7 to 8. The schedule is fixed, sir. Right from demo class onwards, I'm giving the same schedule. Yeah, actually for Java package, and packages are available. For Java package, but for all core Java people also we have to follow the schedule. And 8 to 9 up to introduction part only we are going to discuss. Understand it? No? Then after that, package people, I need for the package people, for Java package and basic Java package people, I need to start Oracle as much as early as possible. That's why at 8 to 9 I want to take Oracle classes. So that's why we have to take that core Java classes at 7 to 8. Yeah. Today Python demo class is there. Just one time talk with our admin people, like send request mail to Durgasoft online training@gmail.com, and she will be in touch with you. Or else guys, just wait a minute of time, and I will share the demo link if any of you want to attend for and these sessions like Python demo at 10 o'clock today. If any of you wants to attend for this, I will share that link to you. Right, so now just Python demo. If you want to attend for it, just I will share that link to you guys. Right, and guys, all of you are getting link for today Python class demo link. No, so you can check this. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Right, up to Spring Boot we will cover, sir, in complete package. Yeah, up to Spring Boot I will cover. Yeah, Core Java, for Core Java Oracle knowledge is not required. For Core Java Oracle knowledge is not required. But if you want to go for Advanced Java, Oracle knowledge is required. Definitely. For Python, Java is not required, sir. Both are two parallel technologies. Java is not mandatory for Python. Yeah, you can learn Java and Python parallelly. You will not get any confusion. Sure, both are different technologies. In a different way, we are able to understand. You will not get any problem. Yeah, we know that I'm telling that microservices is pending, sir, but up to Spring Boot I will cover. Sure. Up to Spring Boot I will cover. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Anyway, attend for tomorrow's session, then I'll give more clarity in our content. Attend for tomorrow's session. And if you have any further queries regarding these courses and all, then talk with Bhavani, and she will be available on these numbers, and try to send mail to this one, then you are able to get it clear. The core Java timing would be 7 to 8 permanently, but introduction classes one I'm going to take at 8 to 9. This is fixed schedule, sir. Max. Tomorrow same time. Tomorrow no changes on our timing, same 8 to 9 only. Tomorrow 8 and only, but Monday onwards. Monday onwards, I'm giving the schedule, and tomorrow as is. Tomorrow 8 to 9 only. Tomorrow 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. only. Please recognize this. Yeah. Tomorrow 8 to 9 only. The schedule 2 slots I'm going to take on Monday onwards. How many classes per week? Nearly Monday to Saturday, sir. Monday to Saturday class are going on every week. Monday to Saturday. Sunday is off at initially. If syllabus is not completed within the right track, then definitely they'll conduct classes on Sundays also. If the syllabus is lagging, then definitely they'll conduct classes on Monday also. In 1 month of time, it's not possible, sir. Then course duration minimum 2.5 months we have to take to complete core Java. 2.5 months. Why? Because we are going to discuss up to Java 14 version. Java 14 version we are discussing, not like which one, Java 6 or Java 8, up to Java 14 version, right from 6th version to 14 version. So definitely it will take a lot of time. My syllabus is very huge, sir. More content I'm going to be covered in core Java. Anyway, after the class, Bhavani will share the course content and syllabus and everything with you through a mail. There we can check it. What we are going to be submitted, there we can check it. Yeah. Thank you, Bharat Kumar. Thank you a lot. Right, sir. Thank you, Tirupati. Shanigram. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Thank you, Vinod. Thank you. Thanks a lot. You can leave now. No problem. Yeah. Session is completed, and tomorrow I'll continue the remaining part. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. And I have one more session. And I'll return tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll explain to you if you have any queries. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to all, guys. Thanks a lot. Yes. Thank you, Pavitra ma'am. Thanks a lot.